Straight.
So how did you get started doing the big time?
It was a long, slow process, Tommy. My starving musician phase went on way longer than I had anticipated. So it was a series of just sticking with it, really. People ask me, how do you make it in this business? Well, you've got to be persistent. You just have to continue, and you have to want it. I didn't really have a backup plan. I wanted to be a musician, singer, songwriter, and I was a good bass player, so that's how I kind of made my living early on. That's how I stayed busy. I really didn't make much of a living early on, but I could sing and play. That was a plus, a singing bass player. You might get a job over a guy who's just a bass player, And then I started playing with some other touring acts. Delbert McClinton, who is a legendary R&B singer from Texas. I got in his band. Got to tour all over the country, played some wonderful shows, toured with Huey Lewis and John Fogerty, and all of a sudden the level of touring definitely took it up a step or two with Delbert. And even as much as I loved that job, I realized I wanted to make music, my own music. I didn't want to just play in somebody else's band. I didn't want to just play somebody else's music. So I started writing. I'd been writing all this time, but I started making trips to Nashville. And in the beginning, my songs weren't great and the meetings weren't great. Nothing was really happening. And then I met a songwriting couple in Austin, Texas. They took me in and they were having success with a guy named Stevie Ray Vaughan, an amazing blues guitar player from Texas. And the Fabulous Thunderbirds, who Jimmy Vaughan, Stevie's brother, was in that band. But they were getting songs recorded by professional, respected artists. And then Bill Carter and his wife, Ruth, Bill was putting a band together. I auditioned, got the job, and then we went out and toured with Stevie Ray Vaughan all the way up to New York City and back to Austin. And after that, I played them some of my little homespun country songs I was writing, and they really liked them. And they said, man, let's start writing together regularly. Let's start writing country songs for you. They took me in the studio, started recording things. Then they sent them up to Nashville, and a guy named Jody Williams, who was working at BMI, he said, we want a George Strait cut. We're from Texas. And Jody said, man, whoever's singing these songs needs a record deal. We thought, well, that's great. Get us a record deal. And so he single-handedly got us appointments with just every major label. We planned a trip, went to Nashville, a lot of doors opened. And I met the head of MCA Records, Tony Brown, who produced all those Vince Gill records. He ended up signing me to the label, and then the rest is kind of history for me. He opened so many doors for me by giving me that opportunity that I just I didn't want to disappoint him, and also wanted to take advantage of all the opportunities that were being offered to me at the time.
All of our Herkimer diamonds, whether they're in their natural form or calibrated form or jewelry or clusters or in the host rock, we're the source, so we sell a lot of product to a variety of people throughout the world.